season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hurricanes about to kick it away and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Send the back in motion. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. What does a top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games.
And the ball is free on the pitch.
Yeah, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
If one of their goals was to get off to a great start, that goal was not met. 3rd and long. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Jackson going to throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. On the move. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Makes it past the marker. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO fired complete to the left. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted, a can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Off the RPO, complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
Man, and that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Try to get it to the edge. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, 3rd down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
The Bruins are threatening in the red zone. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on their ability to go sideline to sideline. It's going to be tough for this offense to go QB option in this game. You just saw the speed of the defense right there, getting a big stop.
And the Hurricanes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Jackson will throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for room. It's Payne. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Finds his man. It's Payne. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. A strike downfield. Oh, look out on the right. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. This crowd knows when to bring it. It's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the try is no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hale. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback. I'm not going to sack him. But if I get him mid up in the air, if I get one of those paws up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really, really nice job by that defender.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Payne. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Now on the move. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Makes the grab. It's Cook. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
The running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Check. Blue 82 Monster Indy. Set.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Big time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. Needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Jackson going to throw it. Pressure coming. He's going to fire deep. Wide open. He makes the catch.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. To the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Sam Houston may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Huntsville every time. The Bearcats have been racking up road wins since the Ron Randleman days, and they get another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hale. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient, you want to finish the deal, but you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
On the option. The pitch. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gonna let it fly. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Back to the ground game on the left. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. Now the toss. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On the move. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Marshall. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
After this, it'll be a wrap. You work all off season for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here.